We're going to start off with Marc Cucurella, once out at Brighton. Now, we knew that this could happen because, of course, they sold, was it Zinchenko, wasn't it, to Arsenal?
Yeah.
And then they've been sniffing around the Brighton fullback for about £30 million. Brighton have come out and said, you're not getting him for 30, it's going to cost you 50. Man City have said, well, we're not paying 50. And then all of a sudden you have this stalemate. What happens in this situation? Have you ever been in the situation where the club you're at don't want to let you go and the club that are linked to you want to buy you? Have you ever been in that scenario?
No, I had one where the two clubs, Sunderland and Villa, had agreed the fee and stuff, and then, which I can understand, at the very last minute, I was told I had to hand the transfer request in. So then it takes the kind of pressure off.
Why?
Because then they put it all on me. So then it looks like I've forced the move. Whereas I'd never handed the transfer request in at first. When I was in the room about to sign for Villa, it was like, oh, you also have to do this.
But I was always told that when you hand a transfer request and you lose X amount of money in...
No, it was one of them where I can't even... The whole kind of money side of it, I can't remember, but I can just remember being told that I had to do that or they weren't going to sanction the move. Okay. So, but in this scenario, it's strange because all of a sudden, if Manchester City don't come up with the 50 million and he's got to stay, I don't know how he walks back into the dressing room and how he goes and plays in front of them fans again, because he's made it evidently clear. And I get it. He's going to arguably one of the best teams in the world. They obviously really like him. They want to sign him. He wants to play in the Champions League. He wants to compete for the major honours, the Premier Leagues, the Champions Leagues, all the trophies that City do. So I get why he wants to go. But if it just doesn't happen and he's got to go back, first and foremost, I think you'll lose a little bit of the player if you keep him, because he's mentally going to be all over the place.
What about if he refuses to play? I don't want to play.
They'll just keep finding him. He'll keep losing money.
Oh, I'm not ready to play. Mentally, I'm not ready.
No, they'll find it because they say you are. But you can't keep doing that for forever. So
why can't they just say to him, he's not going to play? He doesn't want to be. Let's reach some kind of agreement.
This is what I think. I think when you've got a player that doesn't want to be there, it does more harm than good, because you're keeping a player there that. Listen, I don't know his personality, but he could be toxic in the dressing room.
Well, he's going to unsettle the dressing room.
He's going to unsettle the dressing room. But a lot of the players in that dressing room will understand where he's coming from.
Of course they will.
And again, no disrespect for Brighton, I spent a little bit of time down there. You're talking about Manchester City, one of the best teams in the world. Like, if any one of them players in that dressing room had the opportunity to go to Manchester City, they'd do it. So the fact that they've said no and making it difficult, I think if you've got a player that doesn't want to be there, just get some kind of arrangement and let him go.
Is there a worry from his perspective that if he does play, I think their first game, well, I know it is, they're away at my club, they're away at Old Trafford opening day of the season. Is there a danger that in his mind he might think, oh, I don't want to get injured in this game?
To be fair, with players, you do get that, but first and foremost, with players, when you cross the white line or whatever, you don't really think that. You get some, I guess, that will think, I don't want to get injured, but once you're out there, you start flying into tackles, putting your head where it hurts, things like that. That kind of goes to the back of your mind, because at the end of the day, you've got self-pride. So he doesn't want to go out there, play for Brighton and get destroyed, because that opportunity may never come up again. Do you know what I mean? He might have a poor season, all of a sudden Man City go, you know what, now we'll move on to the next target. So, I mean, I've seen things where, do you remember when Jermaine Defoe, West Ham, where they got relegated and the day after he handed a transfer request in, but not only that, the deal wasn't done, he then had to go and play for West Ham in front of the fans, and the West Ham fans have never ever forgiven him for that.
Have they not? If West Ham fans phone up now, that even now they would say I've not forgiven him.
I was at Spurs for a couple of years.
Yeah.
When we went to West Ham, he'd get booed for fun.
Yeah, but isn't that a collective thing, because it's the thing to do? You don't think West Ham's fans have forgiven him now?
No, he had the transfer request.
I know, but they've gone down. Everyone understands that, right?
Yeah, but then, but I think when you go down, the club, he was a sellable asset at the time. They would have probably sold him anyway. But I think it was the timing. Okay, does all of these problems we've talked about, do all of these not go away if you just put a release clause in a contract? Yeah, because if a club meets it, then
so why don't clubs and players do this more often? I don't get that. They do it abroad a lot.
Yeah, I think it's something that will start coming in. But I think kind of Barcelona and the PSG thing was kind of ripped up to pieces, because remember, Neymar's release clause was saying like 198 million, and they paid it.
Yeah, so, but that's fine. Well, Jack Grealish was 100 million, right? So they put a release clause in for Jack Grealish. I think
players now, like the way deals are done nowadays, I think are going to start changing. As I said,
it's a no-brainer. You wouldn't have this problem.
Smaller years, I'm sure, unless you're going to be getting top whack, I think you might start seeing 3-year contracts, then they can go on a free at the end of that. Yeah. But also, as you said, release clause would be the smartest thing.
Yeah, it makes sense. That's where we're going to begin, not just talking about Marc Cucurella, but also if you want to talk about player power. Just quickly, who has all the power at the moment at a club? Is it the club or the player?
What, in this situation?
This situation, how will this end? Will he get his move before the window closes?
Well, Brighton has still got all the power, because he's probably still got a few years left on his contract, and Manchester City are not budging on the 50 million. So.
I mean, we saw it similar with Harry Kane, right? Harry Kane, he didn't hand in the request, but Man City wanted him. Spurs wouldn't play ball. The window closed, Harry Kane stayed at Spurs.
Exactly, and that might happen with Marc Cucurella.